The Boy and the Magical Tree. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a dense forest, there was a young boy named Oliver. Oliver was an energetic and curious child who loved exploring the woods. One day, while wandering deeper into the forest than usual, he stumbled upon a tree unlike any other. Its branches shimmered with a golden light, and its leaves seemed to whisper in the wind. The tree was enormous, with roots that spread far and wide, and it stood tall and proud, as if guarding a great secret. Intrigued, Oliver approached the tree. As he did, he noticed something even more peculiar: a small door at the base of the trunk. Curiosity getting the better of him, Oliver pushed the door gently, and to his surprise, it swung open. Inside, he found a tiny room with a single glowing acorn resting on a pedestal. A note was placed beside it, written in elegant script. To the one who finds this tree, plant this acorn and it will grant your deepest desire. But remember, great gifts come with great responsibilities. Oliver's heart pounded with excitement. His deepest desire? He thought for a moment. What did he want most in the world? Oliver's family was poor, and they struggled to have enough food every day. He thought of his mother, working tirelessly, and his little sister, who always went to bed hungry. Then he knew what his wish would be. He wanted endless food for his family, so they would never have to go hungry again. Carefully, Oliver took the acorn and buried it in a small patch of soil next to the tree. The moment the acorn touched the earth, the ground rumbled softly, and before his eyes, a magnificent tree began to grow. Its trunk thickened, its branches stretched high, and soon it was covered in an abundance of fruits: apples, pears, bananas, berries, and even vegetables like tomatoes and carrots. Oliver couldn't believe his eyes. His wish had come true. Excitedly, he picked as much as he could carry and ran back to his village. His mother and sister gasped when they saw the basket overflowing with fresh produce. "Where did you get all this?" his mother asked, eyes wide with disbelief. "There's a magical tree in the forest," Oliver explained. "I found a special acorn and made a wish. Now we'll never go hungry again." For days and weeks, Oliver and his family enjoyed the fruits and vegetables from the magical tree. They shared the abundance with their neighbors, who were also amazed and grateful. The tree seemed to produce more and more, and soon the entire village had more food than they could eat. But as time passed, something strange began to happen. The more Oliver took from the tree, the more it started to change. The once vibrant leaves began to turn dark, and the golden light that shimmered from its branches dimmed. The fruits became smaller and less sweet, and soon the tree looked weak and tired. Worried, Oliver returned to the tree one evening. As he stood before it, he noticed the tiny door at its base had reappeared. This time, when he opened it, there was another note: "The tree's magic is not infinite. To keep giving, it needs care and balance. What you take must be given back." Oliver's heart sank. He realized that he had been taking from the tree without giving anything in return. He thought about the great gift the tree had given him and how he had used it without considering its well-being. Determined to make things right, he gathered his family and told them what he had learned. "We've been taking too much from the tree," he said. "We need to give back." His mother and sister nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. Together, they decided to tend to the tree, to water it, and to care for it like a living being rather than just a source of food. They planted new seeds around its base, trimmed the branches gently, and spoke to it softly, expressing their gratitude. As the days went by, the tree began to recover. Its leaves regained their vibrant color. The branches grew strong once more, and the fruits became sweeter and more plentiful. But Oliver had learned his lesson. From then on, he and his family only took what they needed and always made sure to nurture the tree in return. The news of the magical tree spread far and wide, and people came from distant villages to see it. But Oliver, now wiser, shared the story of how they had almost lost this incredible gift due to greed. He taught everyone who visited that true abundance comes not just from taking, but from giving back. One day, an elderly man from a neighboring village approached Oliver. "What you have done is remarkable, young boy. You have discovered a secret that many never understand. Balance. The tree may have granted your wish, but it is your respect and care that kept the magic alive." Oliver smiled, looking up at the towering branches swaying gently in the wind. "I thought the tree's magic was in granting wishes, but I see now that its true magic is in teaching us to be responsible and grateful." And so the magical tree continued to thrive, not because it was enchanted, but because it was cherished and cared for. Oliver and his family and all the villagers learned that true prosperity comes not from endless wealth, but from nurturing what we have and ensuring that we live in harmony with the world around us. From that day forward, the village flourished. They never took more than they needed, and in turn, the tree and the land around them gave back even more generously. It was a place where people and nature existed together in a perfect magical balance.